Show respect, step back, no need for space invasion. Stop saying your room number at the day's end. Let the girl dance, that's really all she came for. $1 million dress probably came from the thrift store. Even though she seems to be exactly what you wish for, she's never coming in on your transistor. Don't matter if you're rich or piss poor, she's out of your league and in a different sport. The answer is no, you ain't got a chance. She's out of your league, just let the girl dance. No sleeping allowed, yo, you just get a glance. Don't try to swim game, yo, just let the girl dance. The answer is no, you ain't got a chance. She's out of your league, just let the girl dance. You can watch a show flow from a distance, but give us some space, son, let the girl dance.
Hey everybody, I'm Randy Silvis.
And I'm Tony Mullet.
Welcome to the Season 3 finale of Slotrods.
Tonight we bring you back to the conclusion of the Showdown in Motown, the 412 versus the 724 versus Team Motown of Monessen, Pennsylvania.
The teams are racing at the Razor's Edge Raceway, run by race master of Team Motown, Mark Rendos.
The race will be first team to 16 wins takes the trophy and the bragging rights.
When we last left you, the 724 and Team Motown were tied at 7, and the 412 had just gotten on the board with 2 wins.
This will be Heat 1 of Round 2, the 724 versus the 412.
First up, McMullet from the 412 and the Menace from the 724.
McMullet was out by 2.5 cars before the Menace ever hit the gas pedal.
Yes, he was. 412 gets that win.
Heat 1, Race 2, Son of Blue Streak versus Frankenberry.
Yeah, Frankenberry opened up that 426 Hemi and took off like a bullet.
Looks like the 412 is trying to rally.
At our expense. Heat 1, Race 3, Black and Blue versus the Unknown. Come on, Tony, kick that forward.
Ready?
Nice race. Looked like we both got squirrely coming off the line, but I just stomped the floorboards out of that Ford.
About time you're on the winning end of one of them races.
Maybe my luck is changing with that car. Heat 1, Race 4, the 412 Fireball versus Bootleg from the 724.
Looks like we had a little Mike on Mike crime. And guess who won?
Mike. Heat 1, Race 5, Prince from the 724 versus the Olds from the 412.
Looks like Prince was trying to reel him back in, but
not quite. 412 by half a car.
Heat 1, Race 6, Kel's Corvair from the 724 versus Blue Bayou from the 412. Kel's Corvair's back in action.
Looks like the Corvair's tires broke loose about the halfway point, but she gathered it back up for the win.
Heat 1, Race 7, our own Valentine versus Mini-Me from the 412.
Looks like Valentine blew the tires off, and Mini-Me made an A to B pass.
And sometimes that's all it takes. Heat 1, Race 8, the RT from the 724 versus 911 from the 412.
Something happened to 911 or Keith made an exceptional lick.
That brings 724 up to 11 points.
And the 412 is only 1 point behind Team Motown, and they are the next race.
Round 2, Heat 2, the 412 versus Team Motown. Heat 2, Race 1, the Unknown versus Exodia.
The Unknown stuck to start and took off like a dart.
Heat 2, Race 2.
Them Olds Boys
versus Golgotha.
Mark timed that light perfectly. Golgotha was at the finish line before the Olds even hit the 100-foot mark.
Heat 2, Race 3. Mini-Me versus the Alley Cat.
And the Alley Cat comes to life.
She ran like a jaguar with her tail on fire to hold Mini-Me off till the finish.
Heat 2, Race 4, that squirrely Mad Bird versus Frankenberry. Look out, Frankenberry.
That Mad Bird has had more catastrophic accidents than any other car in our league.
And the Mad Bird gets squirrely and crosses center.
Frankenberry did a great job just keeping it in between the lines.
Heat 2, Race 5, Scout Rages versus 911.
Outrageous was just plain gone.
Heat 2, Race 6, the still undefeated Vengeance versus the 84 Chevy truck called Blue Bayou.
Blue Bayou been running pretty good.
Blue Bayou got the jump and got about a half a car out in front. And Vengeance just took off and remains undefeated.
Heat 2, Race 7, the Banshee versus the Fireball.
They both got off the line at the same time, then the Fireball just stalled and left the Banshee all by himself.
Heat 2, Race 8, McMullet versus Mark of the Beast.
And the Mark of the Beast red lights.
That brings Motown to 12 points and the 412 to 2 points behind the 724.
Heat 1, Round 3 is the 724 versus the 412.
Both the 724 and the 412 have their destiny in their own hands, because if either one wins out, they could end this whole thing.
Heat 1, Race 1, Prince versus Mini-Me.
Good?
Now that's a drag race.
Heat 1, Race 2, the Menace versus the Unknown.
The Unknown got the jump, and Menace could not make up the lost ground.
Heat 1, Race 3, the SOB versus the Olds.
The Olds was out by 2 cars by the time the vet left the line, and SOB would have needed another 8th mile to reel him in.
Heat 1, Race 4, McMullet versus Bootleg. A little more Mike-on-Mike crime. These guys just cannot stay away from one another.
And Bootleg chops down the tree and leaves McMullet 2 car lengths behind at the finish line.
Heat 1, Race 5. I think this is another rematch. Kel's Corvair versus the Fireball.
Who can keep track anymore?
The Corvair stuck the tires and crossed center, giving the Fireball the win.
Heat 1, Race 6, Valentine versus Frankenberry.
You guys ready? Yep.
They tried to leave at the same time, but Valentine blew the tires off and just could not close the gap on Frankenberry.
Blue Bayou versus the RT.
Blue Bayou was sleeping, and the RT gets an easy win.
Heat 1, Race 8, Black and Blue versus 911. Black and Blue cut a perfect light and and 911 never stood a chance.
Well, how'd we do?
You're not gonna like it, but we just blew a chance to close this thing out. But instead we're stuck at 15 points, and we're gonna have to watch either the 412 or Team Motown take it all.
You mean we don't even have a chance?
Well, it would take a small miracle and a few DQs from both teams.
Oh well, what will probably be our final heat? Race 1, Vengeance versus Mini-Me.
I'm running.
Jake has the timing on that tree down. By the time Mini-Me got to the finish line, Jake was home in his jammies, eating cereal on the couch, watching Netflix.
And that ties Motown with the 412 at 13 points. Either team only needs 3 points to win.
Heat 2, Race 2, the crazy squirrely Mad Bird versus Frankenberry.
Yep.
Watch out, Frankenberry! Tragedy.
Oh, woe is me.
Oh, whoa is right.
That's what you call a chassis twister.
Not only did Frankenberry not allow Mad Bird to knock him out of his lane,
He managed to knock Mad Bird back into his own lane and fishtail his way into a win.
bringing the 412 up to 14 points, meaning they only need 2 points to win, and Motown needs 3.
Up next is the Banshee versus 911.
Perfect start, but the Banshee crossed at about the 60-foot mark, disqualifying himself.
Now the 412 and the 724 are tied at 15 points, but only one of those teams has a chance to win, and that's the 412.
Heat 2, Race 4, McMullet versus the Alley Cat. Mikey could end it all right now.
And he does. Mikey makes his most important pass of the day, and that's game point for the 412.
Let's go to the winner's circle for the presentation.
Go ahead.
For the first annual Motown Showdown, the trophy to the team that won, the 412. Congratulations, guys.
And that only leaves us with one piece of unfinished business. I promised at the beginning of the season that Green Ice was going to make his debut and you'd all get to take a ride on a slot rod. Well, Green Ice has suffered more catastrophic events than any other car I have and has yet to make it to the starting line. And with new teams and new members, I haven't had time to play with our first-person camera equipment yet.
But we're men of our word. So, here for your enjoyment, a view from behind the wheel of a slot rod.
That's it for us. That's it for Season 3, and we'll see you in Season 4. Till then, I'm Tony Mollick,
And I'm Randy Silvis.
and you've been watching Slot Rod.
The answer is no, you ain't got a chance. She's out of your league, just let the girl dance. No sleeping allowed, though, you just get a glance. Don't try to string game, yo, just let the girl